If you're wondering if you should start the carnivore diet, then this is the perfect video for you. The first thing I would do if I was looking to start the carnivore diet is that I would do it gradually. I would never ever do this cold turkey. Why? It is such a huge shock to your body and your system, especially if you've had the life that I've had, which was ultra processed foods from the time I was an infant. I stopped breastfeeding at the age of 6 months, and ever since then it was just carbs, sugar, veggies, lean meat, low fat. Now imagine going from that to fatty meat, high protein, zero carbs, zero veg. It is such a huge transition that I would never ever recommend that you go from this way of eating straight to carnivore. Even if you are vegan or vegetarian, I still recommend that you do it slowly and you start with keto. You absolutely need to do it gradually. First, remove refined carbohydrates, rice, pasta, refined sugar, all the white carbohydrates that your emotions love. Remove all of that. Maybe that will be week 1 or week 1 and 2. So you'll be left with the meat you usually eat, the veggies you usually eat. And then once you're ready and you're strong enough, because trust me, it takes a lot of willpower, then you can start to remove the carb heavy vegetables. Now, if you've never thought of vegetables as carbohydrates, this might make you feel like, what the heck? But think about it. You see, when you choose a sweet potato, pumpkin or butternut or beetroot as your accompaniment to your meal, it's because subconsciously, deep down in there, you know that this veg operates as your carbohydrate for your meal. So get rid of those carb heavy veggies, including corn, sweet corn, parsnip. All those root vegetables are super heavy in carbohydrates. And speaking of heavy carbs, if you are vegetarian or vegan, this would be the time where you stop having beans. Beans are so carb heavy, and I know when I was vegan, I considered beans to be my protein, but that is very far from the truth of what they are. They are super high in carbohydrates, and they very much affect your insulin just as much as a white potato or rice or any of that other obvious carb stuff. So maybe that will be week 2, 3, 4. Maybe now you're left with meat and veggies like leafy greens, tomato, cucumber, celery, things like that. I had to really think about that because it's been so long since I had vegetables. But let's say you become super keto in your last few weeks of your transition. You're having romaine, you're having chicken thighs, you're having beef, pork if you eat it, duck if you eat it. Just focus on leafy greens and meat. By now your diet is very whole food based. You're thinking avocados for your fat, fattier cuts of meat, lamb chops, pork belly, ribeye steak, eggs, fatty fish like sardines, mackerel. Stay away from the white fish like hake, bream, sea bass. Those are not very fatty and not very beneficial. If you eat oysters, this is the time to start having lots of that. And then after you've done this 1 to 4 week transition, really cleaning out your diet, cleaning out your home, get rid of everything that comes from a packet, everything that comes from a box, everything that is not whole food. If you're still having fruit, and I forgot to talk about fruit, on the weeks where you are removing the obvious carbohydrates and then the not so obvious veggie carbs, that's the time where you are going to also start weaning yourself off of fruit. Yes, fruit counts as carbohydrates. Who knew? I certainly didn't know. I don't blame you if you didn't know. But now that you do know, you are responsible for what you know. Trust me, if you're on a weight loss journey, if you're on a health journey, if you want to be your best self, this is what you have to do. And it's the key to reaching your goals, whatever your goals are. And the best thing about the carnivore diet is that you can do it for a set amount of time. And after that, once your body has healed and the inflammation has reduced and your body is feeling in tip-top shape, and that can even happen after just 3 months. But I'll be honest, once you hit that 3-month mark, you will not want to stop. And the last thing you'll want to do is bring those things back into your life. But I'm just saying that you can if you choose to. And no other eating plan or diet allows you to do that in the research and the experiments that I've done on my own body. So you've removed the carbs, you've removed the veggies, you've removed the fruit, you've removed the sugar. What's next? Now roll in the magic. You are going to go out to the shops and you're going to do your first carnivore shopping spree. And this shopping spree is going to be the quickest, the easiest, it may even be the cheapest grocery haul that you've ever done. This is what you're going to buy. You're going to walk into the grocery store, skip all the veggies, skip all the fruit. You're going to go to the back and you're going to go to the meat section and you're going to buy the meat that you like. I'm not going to tell you what meat to get, because when you first start carnivore, you must go through a process called priming. Priming is when you give your body all this fatty, nutritious, delicious meat, all the meat that you can afford, all the meat that you can eat, and you eat as much as you want, as often as you want, anywhere you want, to prime your body. Imagine being a vegan, a vegetarian, and not even that extreme, just being someone who was eating the normal way that society eats. Your body is craving so many nutrients that you didn't even know you were lacking. So this is the time to give it as much as you can. It is the best part of the diet, because now you'll be eating all these things that you were restricting, thinking that they're bad for you. All the fatty meat. Lamb chops are so delicious. I didn't eat pork for like 10 years. Now when I eat it, I'm like, it is so satiating. You probably don't know what satiation actually feels like until you become carnivore. So please go all out, buy whatever you want, but focus on the fattier cuts of meat and enjoy it. One thing you need to know is that we've been wrongly informed. They told us that eating fat would make us fat. So why is it that on all these low-fat diets and high-carb diets, everyone is overweight, and yet I am currently eating high-fat, no carbs, and this is what my body currently looks like. Not to show off, but I'm so happy with my body. My stomach looks like this after 3 months on carnivore, and this is what I used to look like when I started. How do you explain that? How do you deny that what I'm doing is working? I don't think you can. Unfortunately, this is the world we live in, and I'm hoping that the fact that you found carnivore means that you've started to realize many other lies that we've been told about our health, our lives, the purpose of this existence. There's just so many things that we could talk about and go down very many conspiracy theories and very many rabbit holes, but we're talking about the carnivore diet today, so let's not do that. They've told us so many things that are not true. It is not true that eating fat will make you fat. Eating fat will make you full. It will make you feel strong. If you have blood sugar issues, you will feel stable for the first time in your life. Ask me, who used to spend the entire day trying to stop feeling dizzy and stop shaking and eating this and eating that and carrying food with me when I go out into the world, whether I'm going to work, gym, anywhere. I would always need something to carry with me, because I was worried that I would not be able to function if I don't have food on me, because I was not eating the right things. I used to take carrots and a handful of nuts with me. At some point I was even carrying cucumbers and lettuce because I didn't know what was going to make me full. I was just trying all these things that were just not working after being advised by thousands of dietitians and thousands of forums. And how many years have I spent looking for an answer to fix my blood sugar? And the answer was in the most simple thing: meat. You'll also have these hectic realizations and these insane health breakthroughs, and you'll just, first, you will thank God that you found this way of eating. Second, you'll be so angry that you've been lied to, and the amount of time you've wasted and the amount of money you've wasted on supplements, on this doctor, that doctor, this treatment and that treatment, and all the hopelessness that you had will fly out the window when your body starts responding to you and showing you that this is working. You're going to sleep better. You're going to feel better. Your pain is going to go in your body. Your joints will feel more lubricated. Your eyes will be less dry. Your sex life will improve. Your mood will improve. Your outlook on life will improve. Somehow it even makes you more spiritually in tune. It also makes you so much more confident. And these things I can't explain, because how can my food choice determine so much? But if you think about it, that is exactly why they poison our food, because that's how much power it has over you. Your behavior and your wellness is determined by what you put into your body and into your mouth. So why not put the toxins in exactly that? Of course, me and you would never think like that, but we don't run this world. And you have to open your eyes and stop being naive and see all these things for what they really are. Don't worry about calories. Please don't ever say that word to me or to yourself while on this way of eating. It's not about calories. The more you eat, the better, especially if you've had disordered eating in the past. I've had disordered eating where I wasn't a calorie counter, but I definitely did the whole small portions throughout the day, which also makes your relationship with food really unhealthy. If you're a woman, I encourage you to fill your plate with meat. You will never ever feel better than that. Put more than one T-bone steak on that plate and eat it, and tell me how you feel afterwards. If you need any breakfast suggestions or dinner suggestions or lunch suggestions, you will find them on this channel, and especially on my Instagram, which you can find the link to below. This way of eating is it. You're going to do your priming, you're going to eat as much as you can and eat as much as you want, and you're going to try this meat and that meat. During my priming, I was so adventurous. I even ate lamb heart, something I'd never done before. I had never even eaten a chicken heart because I just didn't like what it looked like. But I was brave enough to try lamb heart, and I actually enjoy it. And it's so nutritious. You have to go from thinking of food as an emotional event or something that you do for the taste and the pleasure, and rather see your food as your nutrition, literally nourishing your body, and seeing food as either black or white, as in poison or medicine. There is no other way. Everything you put in your mouth is either one or the other. There's no in between. Honestly, I wish I could say there was, but there isn't. There's no, oh, these chips are not so bad. They are. They are. Oh, this chocolate is not so bad. It is. I don't want it to be. Trust me, I ate chocolate every single day of my life from the time I was a child until just 3 months ago. And saying that out loud is very, very embarrassing. But there are people on this earth who've had soda from the time they were a child until they're still having it now. And you have to reverse all that. And we all naturally want a quick fix to our issues and our problems, no one can deny that. So yes, carnivore will heal you. It will reduce and delete and remove so many issues in your life, but it will not happen overnight, especially if you've done a certain thing for a long period of time. If you've been on a certain pharmaceutical drug and you're going to heal that one thing, please know you still have to heal your body of the toxicity of that medication, and then your body can start to heal the condition. So give your body a chance. Don't try carnivore for a week and not see any results and say, oh, it doesn't work. You need to give it time. Don't try carnivore for 6 months and say, oh, I still have the issue, nothing has changed. You need to give it time. Your body needs time. If you've had rice from when you were however old to however old you are now, your body needs to get rid of that excess and high levels of insulin, and it takes time. And I'm speaking to myself when I'm saying it takes time, because I have my own health issues that I would love to be gone in a second, but the longer I stay on this way of eating, the less my symptoms get, the more progress I make, and as slow as it can be, it is so encouraging to watch my body heal. And if you're looking to do this for weight loss, imagine how exciting it's gonna be to see your body not only lose the weight, this way of eating also it adjusts your body composition. Now I'll use myself as an example. I have always wanted a flat stomach and big hips, like an hourglass shape. When I was vegan, this is what my body looked like. I was okay with it, but it wasn't my preferred body type. My dream body has always been flat stomach and hourglass, bigger hips. But I was never able to get that body because I kept having carbohydrates, and even when I cut carbohydrates, when I had vegetables, they left me bloated. And ever since I stopped eating carbs and stopped eating veggies for the first time in my life, my stomach is flatter than it's ever been. I am never ever bloated, no matter what I eat and no matter how much meat I have, and I cannot believe it. So allow me this section to just show my body again, just in case you missed it the first time. I would never wear a dress like this, ever. Look at me now. I've never loved my body like the way I do now, and it's only 3 months and there's more to go, and it's gonna get even better. Another thing that you must know if you would like to lose weight in particular, and also if you have for example sinus issues, or if you have inflammation, if you have painful cycles, for example if you have estrogen dominance, if you have there's so many things that this could affect. But if you remove dairy from your carnivore diet, especially in the beginning, I cannot tell you how beneficial that will be for you. Dairy is very inflammatory. If you think about it, cow's milk is the milk that's used to fatten and grow a calf into a full grown cow. So the hormones, the nutrition is geared towards making you, the cow, or you who drinks it, way bigger than you are. So when you remove dairy, you really allow your body to just tighten up, lose the fat, lose the weight that you don't want. And it's hard, I know. Dairy is everybody's friend. The taste, the creaminess is hard to let go, and it's the one thing that, carnivores see as like, oh, at least I have dairy. But in the beginning, I highly recommend that you remove it, at least for the first 3 to 6 months, while you give your body the 100% chance to do what it needs to do without any distractions and without the extra pressure of dealing with the effects of dairy. It will really accelerate weight loss and the reduction of inflammation. I promise you, you won't regret it. Yes, you'll miss the cheese, you'll miss the cream, but there's always other alternatives if you really can't let it go. You can try sheep milk, sheep cheese, goat milk, goat cheese, which I'm still experimenting with myself. Apparently is less inflammatory, and if you think about it, yes, a goat and a sheep are much smaller than a cow, but you don't know until you try it on your own body. After you remove carbs, veggies, fruit, dairy, now you are a real carnivore. And your journey can begin, and the benefits can start rolling in, and you will probably not look back, and it is very unlikely that you'll go back to the way you were eating before. Let me know when you plan to start, what you're going to start by doing, and if you're already on the journey, please let us all know how is it going, and do you have any tips for us and for me, because I'm still new, but I've learned so much about the food, the way it affects your body. I've learned things things I will forever be grateful for. So I wish you the very best as you start your journey. This is not just a food change. It's not even just a lifestyle change. It will change everything about your life, everything. And I wish you all the best, and I hope you enjoy it, and thank you for being here, and see you very soon.